I'm very excited to invite you to my webinar where I will teach you.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the last day of trading today. I'm probably not going to be trading today. I'm probably just going to be watching here for NFP and going to see what's going to happen in NFP. Yep, so probably just going to watch here and we'll see what happens for NFP here. Just by doing a quick rundown on GPJPY, it seems like it decided to run up a little bit higher here. We got a support forming over here on the 30-minute time frame, on the 1 hour time frame. Price kind of like rejecting this area. We have a resistance forming up over here. If you go down to the yeah, so that's a very strong rejection. Very strong rejection up at like 138,700. But to be honest, we've had a lot of strong rejections from every part of GPJPY since it was moving up. So yeah, let's just wait and see what happens here. This is the last day of the week as well. So far, we're creating a support over here, and I mean, if we break this on the 30-minute time frame, then there's a very high chance price is going to continue down towards 137,600, which is like 30 pips away. So that could be like a nice intercession trade. I already have buys. Hope all goes well. Well, hope is not a strategy. So today's guest is going to be NFP. That's today's guest today. I'm going to go to Forex Factory, going to look at the pre-markets here. So we got CAD employment change coming down from 1.9 million to 500,000. It's still pretty bad. Unemployment rate, they're expecting it to increase. NFP also, they're coming down towards 7 million. Now, the thing about NFP is ADP was pretty good. ADP was around like 2 million, 2.7 million. So I mean, if they're expecting NFP to be better than ADP, then probably gold should continue moving bearish. But seems like gold already moved a little bit, so it kind of like seems like it did price that news in a little bit. But I think if it's going to continue moving, then it should continue down towards 1696 because it created like a minor resistance here in the 4 hour time frame here once, twice, 3 times. So this could be some indications that we might continue down towards 1696, which is the daily support here as well. So that's something we're going to keep an eye on and see what happens. But for the most part, I'm going to be sitting on my hands until I see something really good, But other than that, I'm just gonna relax. I mean, the only thing I'm looking at is a potential sell-off on GPJPY if it comes down to like 137,900, but that's about it. Would you consider placing any buy stops or sell stops because of NFP? I'll see. I'll see what happens. It's way too early to talk about buy stops and sell stops on NFP, but I'll see what happens. Maybe I will, but yeah, we'll see. Stress-free trading. Stress-free trading is gonna happen when you take no trades, especially on a Friday with NFP. So stress-free trading. Do you withdraw your profit or trade with them? Yeah, I withdraw profits. I withdraw monthly, basically. I think the employment rate should be a little higher. Um, See this employment rate? They're looking at like 19.4%. So now this is a lot of discrepancy here because if the employment changes from like 20 million to they're expecting 7.7 million, if it goes even lower than 7.7 million, that's good news for NFP. But if this number increases, then that's bad news for the USD. And I think this number is going to increase because look at the people who were out there for the riots. No one has jobs. When people don't have jobs, that's what they do. They go out in the streets. They do what's going to keep them busy. Basically, that's all what it was. Like people have no jobs. All right, let's go in the streets. I can bet you if people had jobs, no one would be in the streets. Because they had things to do. Do you still think? Do you still just trade from 6:30 to 9:30? Yeah. Yep. 6:30 to 9:30 every day. Um, we also got some Brexit talks coming in. We can't see it here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to look at the pre-markets here. And let's take a look here. Pre-markets are bullish. Extremely bullish, right? So that should push US 30 bullish as well. US 30, US 30, US 30. Ooh, US 30 is really bullish. It's coming up towards 27,000. Man, we've been saying US 30 bullish for so long, but hasn't taken any trade on US 30. It is 4 hour. 4 hours bullish. Now, if you think it's going to continue going up, what you need to do is you need to look for a support on the lower time frames, right? You need to see if there's any support forming on the lower time frames. If you can find support on the lower time frames, that's going to support the idea for price moving up. So we go to the small time frame, we go to the 1 hour, we see that there's some sort of support formed over here before price moved up. Price is kind of like reacting to this area here on the 30-minute. You'd want this to close bullish for an opportunity for price to continue moving up. So we'll see what happens. Oh, people are sending charts today. Man, people are sending charts today. Nice. Have a winning trade today. What's this? This is if support is respected and bullish candles are printed, we could see the high retested. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. At the same time, I think we're gonna continue moving down because we've moved up a lot. This was a gigantic move up. I mean, the news was good, but it wasn't like exceptional, It was also like a yellow folder news. I'm not sure if there's something changed fundamentally. Yeah, nothing really changed fundamentally except for the Brexit talks here. So I wouldn't, yeah, I would say price should continue moving down, if it stays below 138. Let's see what happens. I've noticed my markup is a bit different than yours. Is there anything missing? I think your markup is fine. You have a resistance there. You have a support over here. You haven't marked up this support, right? Because price is ranging here. So you have to identify that. You need to see what's happening here. So this is a support. And then this is another support down over here, which is like 30 pips away from this support. So, because candles are printing like this. So you need to ask why. Please don't forget the Boston Tea Party destroyed people's property as well. Oh yes. Um, there's a guy on Instagram called Trading with EDZ. He trades US30. Yeah, everyone has different ways to trade. A lot of people have reached out to me to help me with US30, but the thing is, you have to go with your own pace. You know, I've been watching US30 for about what, like 2 months now, 2 months, and it's very difficult to trade, extremely difficult to trade. I'm gonna check him out, trading with EDZ. Actually, let's check him out right now. Trading with EDZ, because that one's solid. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I. I don't know if I want to help this man. This is, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I want someone to listen. I want help from someone who knows what they're doing, who is consistent, who is transparent. That's what I want
For all your
help from.
cakes and fruits.
Okay. Let's check his story. What's See, hiding lot sizes, no track record, nothing. This is, I don't know. Like
Guys, so I've got my
I'm
as
a
well.
big fan of transparency, you know.
As well. So yeah,
I'm a
guys,
huge fan of transparency, and I want someone with a lot of transparency to, you know, guide me. Not like that. No. Um, oh, someone says he's 17 and he sells. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just different, you know. It's just, I mean, when I first started, I want someone to help me in trading who was older than me, who had more life experience, who knew how the world works, you know. So, I mean, when I see things like that, I can just take one look at the page and I can just understand, you know, what's happening over there. So, all right. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for NFP here today. Nothing goes on. The other fact is, if you look on the GJ here, GJ is not a sell yet until it breaks below, I would say, 137,900. If we kind of move this area, kind of like this, kind of like realign this, right? Because this candle is about to close in 12 minutes. And if this candle closes in 12 minutes, the way the 15 minutes breaking down, oh, this is where someone can have a entry, like an impulse entry right here, have a stop loss, 9-10 pip stop, and then have it come all the way down towards 137,670. That's a very, very good idea. Extremely good idea. Ideas like that, they require execution. You know, you can't sit back, think this and that, like, oh no, I'm going to wait for confirmation. I mean, these are impulse trades that just run. You know, at the same time, what you can possibly do is you can say that, oh, hey, like, you know what, no, like the only thing you can keep in control is the risk, right? Let's say if someone took a sell there, you know, your risk is like 9 pips. So you're calculating, okay, if this is not an impulse move down, and if it comes back to hit my stop, what's going to be the loss? Like, you know, what I'm trying to lose. So that's something very, very important. Knowing what you're trying to lose, because the win is going to happen if it's going to happen, right? We can't control the outcome. We can't control where price is going to go. The only thing we can control is how much are we going to lose. That's it. And that's what I focus on every day. I focus on how much I can lose every day, and I just execute. I'm trying to see how to get this on top. Why do you not trade GPUSD as well? Because they move nearly the same way. The only reason I don't trade GPUSD is because GPUSD is affected by the US dollar and the pound in the New York session. That's why I don't trade GPUSD. Because you want to trade something that's only affected by one pair, not by both pairs. So you have your USD, you have USD CAD. So for pairs like, let's say, GPUSD to move, you would want one currency to be really, really strong, and you would want one currency to be really, really weak. That's the only reason why they will move a lot. When you're talking about GBPJPY, only the pound is open in this session. So GBPJPY is only being moved by the pound because the yen is closed. So that's why I don't trade GPUSD. Too many wicks to the left, still ranging. I'm waiting for a close. I don't think anyone should be trading here. I mean, it's a Friday, it's a Friday, and I know people go hard on Friday, and it makes no sense. I'm not going to trade today. If I'm going to look for a trade, I might look for a buy stop or a sell stop for NFP, but other than that, I'm not going to really try to look for a trade at all. It's a part of discipline, really. You got to be very disciplined. Okay, what's this? India loan growth. Yeah, there's nothing for UK. Who said there was Brexit something for the UK? I think it already happened. That was one of the breaking news there. Nothing really. Someone asked when will be NFP? I think you need to close the stream and just go about your day if you're gonna ask when NFP is gonna be. I mean, NFP is one of the greatest economic events of the world. I mean, you should know this. NFP is going to be, you go to forexfactory.com and it shows you right here. What application do you use to journal trades? Say on YouTube. GJ buys, full breakdown. Oh, someone's looking for buys here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Wrong chart, man. Wrong chart you have sent to us. Oh, no. This is the right chart. One sec. Okay, strong bullish momentum, clean candles to the left, looking for candles to break. Oh, perfect. So you're looking for price to break above this 30-minute resistance and then take a buy. Makes sense. What's going to happen is Friday. Friday is going to show a lot of opportunities, but I think it's going to be very difficult to trade on Friday. There's a very high chance price may just range here. I mean, if this candle closes where it's closing right now, it's going to be very difficult for the next candle to continue down. But if it closes below this area or stays below this area, then you're good for price to continue moving bearish. So keeping in mind where the candle is closing, where the candle is at, especially when you're in the position, is really, really important. But if you're trying to trade gold or like any USD pair before the news, man, it'll get really tough. I just like to see people safe. I like people to stay safe. I'm staying safe 100%. Let's take a look here. Are you not considering this support for sells? Yeah, No, I'm considering this support right over here. I mean, if I was considering this support, I would have marked it on. But I'm considering this one down over here. This one. Even if price can come down over here and react to this, that's still fine. Because this range, if this was like a Wednesday or Thursday, I'd be in this sell right now. And then I'd measure this range. This would be like a 30 pip range. So I'd be aiming for like 10, 15 pips, securing profits and letting the rest run. Why is GJ affected by the NFP when GJ has actually nothing to do with the US? It's because GJ, when NFP news comes in, it affects the dollar, right? And then the dollar affects the yen. And then the yen affects GPJPY. It doesn't affect it too much, just causes it to spike here and there, maybe like the spreads widen, but that's about it. Your discipline is infectious, thank you. Well, I hope it's infecting you. It doesn't affect a lot of people I know. GJ is a sell, question mark. Yeah, sure. Sure, because you know this candle is about to close in 4 minutes, which is good. It's closing below all these candles here to the left. So your stop is going to be around like I'd say like 11, 12 pips. You know, but you need this candle to close below 137, like all these here to the left hand side. You want it to close below these candles. You don't want it to close above those candles, because if it closes above those candles, there's still a chance it's going to go down, but then the probability is going to become lower, you know, because these candle closed here, next one went up. So if this candle closes above this area, then there's a less probability price will continue down. But if this candle closes below this area, then there's a higher probability it's going to continue down, right? So these really important little things you have to keep in mind, like when you're looking for trades, you're taking trades. This is really, really important. You know, this is the difference between hoping it's going to go down and being very confident it's going to go down. GBP USD, bad range. Enter once price enter this area for buys. Price making higher highs. Yeah, I think for GBP USD you'll have to wait for NFP really, because the time leading up to the NFP, like it can change a lot of things. Oh, someone is in a gold buy, and they're wondering if they should hold gold buy. Gold broke support, and then this candle broke below. This candle is about to close below support, which turns resistance now. So I don't think it's a good idea to hold a gold buy. I don't know, it's up to you. I mean, if you're holding gold buy, then sure. Ooh, look at this candle here. Straight reversing. See, this is a mini range. This is a 30-minute support. This is 30-minute resistance. Now it's not a buy at all, because he is rejecting this area. Have you ever took in consideration to swing trades? Yeah, I've actually swing traded this week. Caught like 150 pips on one position. Caught like almost 90 pips, 100 pips again. Let's check this out. Okay. Nikkei 2 to 5 surge triggers overbought RSI reading. Man, I used to listen to these. I used to read these analysis a lot. Too much. You know, sometimes I'd be in a drawdown and I would look at a currency pair and then I would see, okay, What are they thinking? And they would always think wrong because they're just analysts, these guys here. Yeah, we're gonna wait and see what happens for NFP. I do think gold will continue bearish. I do think that. So it'll be interesting to see. Is it true if someone catches too many pips, no one else will be able to profit off that move? No, it's not true at all. That's a myth. I'm in a New Zealand USD sell. Should I hold? Well, I think you need to send a chart on that so we can see what your problem is. Because if you're in a New Zealand USD sell and you're not sure if you should hold or not, I think that's an issue. This candle rejected, candle created lower high, started moving. Oh, nice, beautiful. You got the sell from the high over there, so that's pretty good. Someone on YouTube asked, am I muted? Yes. Oh wow. GJ broke above the 30-minute time frame here and it's trying to continue bullish. You know, now I am like, even if I see trades move, price moves, I'm like not even, I get zero FOMO. Zero FOMO. Because I know these things are going to happen over and over again. Are you in GJ buys? Nope. I am in no trades. No trades at all. How do you stay so relaxed? Because I know I don't have to take a trade. That decision has already been made. You know, so when you come to the charts, you should already make a decision if you're going to take a trade, or are you just going to just like sit back and just watch and not take a trade. You know, those decisions I think are really, really important. So whenever I come to the charts, I have my mind already set up if I'm going to take a trade or not going to take a trade. So I didn't take a trade. Also because it's Friday. How do you trade indices during NFP? Well, you don't trade the news. That's first of all. In NFP, will you reduce the risk? Yes. I'm going to reduce it. Probably I'm going to reduce it a lot. If I'm going to use the buy stops and sell stops on NFP, I'm probably going to reduce it by 50%. Maybe use maybe one lot or two lots, you know. But if someone's trying to trade NFP, I would say put aside 10% of your account. Let's say if your account is at like 2,000, put aside $200 and trade NFP on that. You know, because I can guarantee you 100%, 110%. If people try to trade NFP on your regular accounts, you will lose way more than 10%. Way more than 10 to 15%. I can guarantee that. If you win, you win. But if you lose, you will lose 10 to 15%. So instead of losing 10 to 15%, put aside 10% and play with that. You know, I think that's a very smart thing to do. In a normal day, if it wasn't Friday, when would you have entered buys on GJ after breaking the wick? I think I would have entered when the 30-minute candle broke the high of the previous 30-minute candle, you know, because it closed bullish, and this was a volume time, which is free New York. So if it closed bullish and the next one broke the high, then I would have entered the buy in the anticipation of price to coming up to this wick here, 138, 230, and then essentially maybe having a chance to go higher as well. You have a Bajan accent. I don't know. I think I have a pretty normal Pretty normal accent from someone who came in Canada. Why did you remove microfluidity recap from your channel? Because no one was watching it. That's why I removed it. Actually, that video, back to basics on YouTube, it made me $340 since it was on YouTube. So it was pretty nice. In the course of a year and a half, obviously, not one time. But there was no way that could confirm that buy. Yes, here's the thing. When price moves really, really fast, there's no confirmation, right? Sometimes there's no confirmation that price is going to go up or down, right? So when you miss those moves, it's totally okay. And what you have to do is you have to then rationalize that how could you have taken that move? It's really important. You have to rationalize, okay, this price moved up. How could I have possibly entered this move? And when you start to look into that context, you start to understand that, okay, maybe this is something I should have done differently. Maybe I should have looked at things a little differently in a certain way. So if we investigate over here, what I can investigate here is that, let's say I missed this move, right? Let's say price went from 138 all the way up to 138.300, and I missed this move. So what you got to do is, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the time first. I'm going to say, okay, it was 7 a.m. So 7 a.m. is a high volume time. It's pre-New York and there's volume in the market, so there's more chances for price to move. Okay, perfect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to see, okay, now this candle was going bearish, before it went bullish. So maybe it tried to go down, it broke the low of the previous candle, and then it closed bullish. So I think this move down was like a liquidity grab, like a deeper liquidity grab to continue moving up. So when this candle closed bullish and this moved up with no confirmations, and obviously, guys say, hey, if you're going to enter a trade, you want confirmations for a price to go. Then you could say, okay, well, if price is going to go up, what does price does when it go up? What does price action does? Price action makes a high, it makes a higher low, it makes a higher high, higher low, and another higher high, right? That's what price does. And if you look at the candles do the same thing. Candles go up like this, and then the candle is going to make a higher high, and then the candle is going to make a higher low and a higher high. And when the higher high is made, the candle needs to break the high of the previous candle. Because when the candle breaks the high of the previous candle, it will make a higher high. So now when we look at this move happening here, maybe an entry could have been once, oh shit, Freaky Friday. So the entry could have been when this candle was breaking the high of this candle here, right? In the anticipation that price will make a higher high. Yeah, see, now this is why I don't trade Fridays, especially when there's NFP here. So the on Friday, your dreams can be crushed in 2 seconds. So Freaky Friday, man. This is Freaky Friday. Wow, look at that. Just nuts. I'm staying away, man. I am staying far, far away from any sort of entries. Yeah, gold is going to continue moving down here. But I am staying far away from everything. This is just land of the retarded. You can't. So hard. I'm not trading today. I'm not going to risk my hard-earned money. Man, I anticipated what Chris would say better than anticipating my trades. Anyone else MT4 frozen for a bit? I think it's more to do with the broker than the MT4. I'm gonna put myself on mute and eat an apple here. Ooh, this was the news over here. European Union's bar in the air, no significant progress has been made in Brexit talks. I think this was the talks that were going on in the background. No progress made. You know, so. No, I didn't take any trade. I was in no trades. Raja, do you recommend trading with Renko charts? I mean, I don't know about Renko charts. If you think Renko charts work, then go ahead. I think it's going to be a very good idea. I will start to post my trade setups as you do in Instagram. Great idea. I'm new, so there's a lot of mistakes probably. Sorry. All right, let's take a look here. Yes, the first mistake was sending a wrong chart. That's the first mistake. So, gotta try that again. See, what's happening with GJ right now is that there's a lot of, like, you can't confidently say it's going to continue moving up because that move that came down, that probably stopped out a lot of people and now it's starting to go back up. And that's just nuts. Let's take a look at this 5-minute here. 5-minute broke above 138.050. Next one came blasting down. And this one is now trying to go up now. You know, and someone can turn around and say, oh, that was a stop hunt. You know, brokers did a stop hunt. No, brokers didn't do a stop hunt. It was the news here. This was the news that happened. You know, and all these crazy news, these upcoming breaking news, they happen on Fridays. So, I mean, you have two choices to make now. Whether you can just sit back and say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to trade Friday. I'm just going to sit back and watch people lose money or make money. But I think it's going to be a very high chance that Friday is not going to go well for some people. Well, like a lot of people. Because there's a very high... So, the probability is Mondays and Fridays are one of the two worst days for traders. That's the probability. It's not a myth, it's fact. Fridays and Mondays. Fridays because, you know, like if you've taken losses over the week and you want to gain those losses back, so you're going to go hard on Friday, you know. And what's going to happen is that since market is going to close, you know, it closed at 5 p.m. Eastern here, and what happens is that most people still stay on the charts when you shouldn't stay on the charts. You know, after your session is done, like let's say after New York closes and like, you know, London closes and stuff like that, but you're still looking at the charts and it makes no sense because there's less volume. It's Friday and it's just madness, man. I don't even know why people do that. I used to do that too back in the day, but now I just stopped it. Do you think as a beginner to trade a live account with you here on live is a bad idea? It's up to you. I mean, if you can control your emotions, if you can control your urges to take trades, then I think it's a great idea. Mondays is bad because people go hard on Monday anyway. I mean, because I don't know, I guess they have all that built in over the weekend to trade on Monday and go hard, and it just ends up really bad. So if you look at GJ right now, it makes no sense, man. I mean, it's Friday. Just tell yourself that, hey, Mr. Trader, it's a Friday and I'm just gonna chill on Friday. Why does Ontario rob us with taxes? I don't know. Ontario robs us with taxes so that they can give us like high school education. I think is free. Haven't been to high school here, so I don't know. Medical is free. Medical is free in Ontario, completely free. You have cancer, no problem. You'll get free treatment. What else? I think that's about it. But they do take a lot of taxes. Why did the US purchase 30,000 guillotines? I honestly don't know. I think you can Google it. The same exact question. I think we can Google this question and see what information we find here. Why did the US government purchase 30,000 guillotines? Well, there we go. The same exact question was asked in YouTube. So here's your answer right there. Now, do you consider wicks part of the range or just the body of the candle? Wicks are both, you know. I mean, if you're looking at wicks, these wicks printed here, they're like a part of a range. But for price to really continue down, you would want this candle to close below this area. Because if a candle can close below this area, that means that this candle has done something these candles couldn't do. Or if this candle closes above this area, then this means this candle did what these candles couldn't do. All right. Oh, Richie, perfect. It worked. Enter the sell on the 5-minute time frame on break of this bearish candle. Okay. Price moved down. Okay. -3 pips. I got NC move stops the break even price came back and took me out. Yeah. You were looking at the 5-minute, right? That's why. So I think it'll be better to look at the 15-minute. You can't base your judgments off a 5-minute candle. It's just very, very weak confirmation. So I think next time wait for the 15-minute or the 30-minute to close. It's gonna be much better. Let's take a look here. So this is price will go below for a short, go above for a long. That makes sense. Makes sense. Buys above this area, sells below this area. This is the target right there. If you look at it on the 30-minute time frame, you'll see that this area are just like little wicks coming down, even on the 1-hour time frame as well. UJ ran into minor support if it breaks. Yeah, I think you need to wait for NFP here for any USD pairs. If you're looking for sells, you need a break below this area. Makes sense. Looking for buys, break above this area. But NFP is going to play a big, big role in how the USD moves. So if I was getting ANSI to trade a USD pair, I would at least wait for NFP. There's an hour left for NFP, and that's going to be one of the biggest. NFP is the biggest news event for the US dollar because that signifies where the economy is going. NFP and your interest rates too. So you have to be very careful. The NFP hammer is going to come slamming down really hard. And if you're trading USD CAD, oh man, USD CAD is going to get thrown in the fan right now. Like you know when shit hits the fan, it just goes flying everywhere. That's what's going to happen with the USD CAD, because you got USD CAD employment change, you got the USD employment change. So it's going to have a really, really big impact. The reason why they have big impacts is because, you know, they like employment, it generates expenses for companies, it generates like tax revenues. You know, it basically signifies how strong the country is doing. If a lot of people are employed, that means the economy is doing really, really good. But if less people are employed, then it means the economy is doing bad. But have you noticed since March all the NFPs have been sluggish? Yes. And the reason why is because I think it's already priced in. That's what I think. It's already priced in. I mean, if you look at this sell-off on gold since yesterday, you know, you see it fell like $17. You know, it fell like $17. It also fell over here right after the London session. It fell a lot too. So, you know, so if NFP is going to be bad, here's the thing, right? If the numbers come good, you know, if the numbers come better than expected, but if they're still negative, that means NFP is good, right? But if the numbers come bad, worse than expected here, then it means it's bad. So gold's going to go up. So I think they are aiming for numbers lower than 7.7 million because ADP was lower. ADP was around like 2.2. So even if numbers are lower than 7.7 million, that means gold will go down, and gold has already gone down, which means it might have been already priced in, you know. So that would cause NFP to be a little sluggish. So we'll have to wait and see. Just like on ADP, what happened here? On ADP, price was right over here, right? On ADP, the news came out better than expected for ADP, and price was coming up here. So let me just draw the zone here for you guys, and let me show you what happened here on ADP. ADP was right over here. So let me remove this, draw this zone here. This was a 30-minute chart. Yeah, right here. This was ADP right here. If you look at the time, right here. See this time? 8 and then 8:15. 8:15 a.m. Price came up to tapped into the zone and then just dropped. I think we call this drop too, the high time frame zone. Price tapped into the 4-hour high time frame zone, and there's a very high probability for price to reject it. You know, even with normal price action, and I strongly believe is that all high volatile news, they respect high time frame zones, and just dropped. You know, so this is already dropping before the news coming out. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there in that scenario. I know you like 30-minute confirmation. If you take trade based on a 30-minute close, would you use 15-minute? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Would you mind sharing your thoughts on my UK trade this morning, please? No, I can't. We only look at potential setups here. We don't look at what has been done before, especially coming from the gulag. What's the meaning of priced in? I already explained it. So I think you can rewatch the webinar here. Does your online course differ from your streaming strategy? Ali, Mr. Ali Cheto, we've been emailing back and forth, and at this point, I don't think you're ready. So I think you should just forget about it. Yeah, I mean, so far price is just chilling here. We got an hour left for NFP. How much in a drop in the USD can we expect with the NFP news? We have no idea. No idea. I think gold should continue down to 1700. That's 30 more pips. And with the news coming in, the only zone I have I'm looking for is first 1700 and then down towards 1696. Since we are waiting on the NFP, would you have a sell stop or buy stop waiting just in case it drives the price certain direction? Yeah, I'm going to wait to see what happens. I'm going to wait 2 minutes before NFP to make a decision where I'm going to have a buy stop or sell stop. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait 2 minutes before NFP to do that. But if you just look at the gold right now, it just seems like it's gonna, like it came down, made a low, came up, created a minor resistance with this candle closing bearish, and now you have next candle went bearish, and now there's a high chance for this candle to continue down to retest the low and continue further. But then again, you know, we have NFP, so we got to wait for that. If the candle closes a little bit above the 30-minute consolidation, I would take the trade if it wasn't news coming. Do you agree with me, Raja? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it would look good. I think it would look good. Now looking at the 15-minute chart on GJ, I think that would look pretty good. If this candle closes bullish, you can expect the next one to continue moving bullish. Waiting for 30-minute candle to close above the zone to take a buy. Ooh, looks like a lot of people are trying to take buys here on GJ. I think it could work out. Yeah, I think it could work out. It could work out in your favor here. We need an update from the goats from last NFP. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Teach me how to start pimping, man. Oh, I think you need to start pimping pips first. I think pimping pips is going to come first. So, yeah, it looks like US 30 is moving bullish. See, if this, now this should ideally continue moving up towards 26, 26670, 26650, 26670, like 70, 80 more points. Yeah, 60, 70 more points. So if this was GPJPY, okay, check this out, right? If this was GPJPY, I would have a buy in once this candle broke the high over here, have a stop below this candle, which is like 40 points, and aim for price to continue up, which is like 70 points. That's what I would do if this was GPJPY. So what I have noticed is that US 30, it normally doesn't respect the same candle formations. So I'm still looking for that. If it does go up to this high, then that means, you know, that candle formation worked. So yeah, it's really fun looking at pairs when you don't trade them. Did Ted retire? Yeah, I think Ted bought an island for himself and he moved over there. He's like, man, screw this coronavirus and all these riots. I'm moving away. I don't want to deal with society anymore. Do you have any video on YouTube on how to start? The videos I have on YouTube, they are not for a brand new trader. I think if you are very, very brand new, you need to go to babypips.com. Yeah, Ted offed it. Ted used his $1 billion line of credit and he's like, all right, boys, I'm off it. Done so. How do you analyze potential reversal candles like Hammer or Morning Star? I don't look at Hammer or Morning Stars. I don't look at Hammer as Morning Stars. The only thing I look at is Morning Coffee. They don't work, you know. Morning Stars. I mean the only thing is you have to wait for candles to close, you know. Like if you're looking at this candle, it's breaking above this area, then you know it makes sense for it to continue moving bullish. Someone told me Brandon Carter FX. Man, Brandon Carter FX goes on sales more than, I don't know. Did you notice that before news, market maker generally moves the price? Yeah, that's basically price grabbing liquidity. That's what happens. You know, if news is gonna come very, very positive, sometimes you're gonna see as that price will start retracing before the news, and then it's gonna move up. You know, that's like price grabbing liquidity to continue moving. That's all what it is. I listened to your podcast and TED with Trading Nut. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was a pretty good podcast. That was a very good podcast. I've actually done a lot of podcasts. Can you tell us which other podcasts? Let's see. Nothing's happening right now, so let's go here. These ones right here. You go to podcasts and you see all the podcasts I've done. There was this. This was the first one, second, third. So yeah, you have some pretty good information in these podcasts. What's this? Possible sell stops on GJ. Let's take a look here. Possible sell stops on GJ. Sell stop at 137.365. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I think you could also have a sell stop, you know, like below the support here somewhere. You could have a sell stop there too. See now, since this candle is retracing, this would have been a really bad idea to take a buy up over here, you know, because now your stop would have been around like 19, 20 pips, and on a Friday, that's a really big stop loss, you know. So you need the stop to be a little bit smaller. That's a really big stop loss on a Friday. So I mean, you would want some sort of a rejection forming in this area for an indication that price will continue moving up, because essentially now price is in this range. This is another range here. So let's just draw that. Yeah, that's another range, because you see this 30-minute candle, this went up all the way and it rejected 138.220. So you have to see that, okay, why did it reject 138.220? So if you measure this range, this is a 17 pip range. So I mean, it would get pretty difficult for price to break above here and continue moving bullish. Which are you focusing on NFP news? I'm probably going to focus on gold, or I'm going to focus on USD CAD. That's what I'm going to do. Do you have any plans to grow your company, market fluidity, or happy with just trading live streams? My whole idea, my whole long-term plan for market fluidity is to make sure it becomes the greatest Forex education company in the world, because it has changed so many things for a lot of people. I mean, I have witnessed those changes. I mean, right now, like it's we have a team in Philippines, so I've outsourced most of my administration work there, and they're really good guys. And my whole aim is to do in-person sessions, seminars, you know, fill up like big halls, do talks. Like that's my goal. So I mean, I'm still far off. We had around 12 boot camps planned for this year, but coronavirus, man, it didn't happen. Coronavirus. So yeah, coronavirus came and it didn't happen. So we'll see what happens next. Did you said Philippines? Yes, Philippines. My administration work is outsourced to the Philippines. So if you see, if you send emails, those emails are replied by my team there. Sometimes when you see your, I'm not going to go into details. don't want to give out secrets. Where do you see gold dropping to? Gold, I think gold can, I mean, with the news, gold should come down to 1700. 1700, 1696. That's where I see gold coming down to. So we'll see what happens here. So yeah, we'll see. So far, just ranging and waiting. Check out Tillionaire. Tillionaire, he's really good with indices. Let's take a look here. Tillionaire. I guess on Friday, since we have no guests, we're going to look at some profiles here. Tillionaire. Oh, account disabled. Oh, maybe wrong account. I have heard a beep on your system every time an impact news. How can I set it? Oh, that beep is this. This is that beep, my FX book. So if you open this and you go to economic calendar, this is what it is basically. See, the thing is, when you're looking at, so when I was looking at for a mentor to choose, right? When I was looking for a mentor to choose, I had two options. I had two options to go to. My number one option was, let me show you. My number one option was Uncle Ted. This was my number one option. And my number two option was Nino. Oh, I'm blocked. This guy's blocked me. I can't look up that guy. Yeah, I think my number two option was Nino NK. He's blocked me, so I can't open anymore. That was my number two option, to go for some sort of like mentorships. And that guy basically had a gold Lamborghini, all wins and this and that. And I looked at it, man, okay, so this guy has all wins, so he's probably not transparent, you know. So that's what changed things a lot for me. Like, I like to look at people who are transparent. They show losses, they show wins, because when I was starting, man, everyone was winning all the time. I was like, man, everyone's winning. Am I the only one losing over here? You know, so I really had to look at those things and really try to see that, okay, like what's legit, what's not legit, you know. So I'm a big fan of transparency. Even if someone's trading, let's say 5-cent lots, and they're transparent about it, they have all my respect, 100%. No, Carter Effects also blocked me. Man, a lot of people have blocked me for some reason. A lot of people have blocked me. All right, let's take a look at this here, this chart. This is... Ooh, wrong chart. Wrong chart, man. Wrong chart. Is it possible your administration team here in the Philippines, I could do an extra job? No, everything is all set up. Everything is set up already. Yeah. There was a time when you would say Wicks don't lie, or yeah, in someone's groups, and they would just remove you from the groups just for saying the name. We gained a lot of notoriety. Have you heard of Reza Mukhtarian? Yes, Reza Mukhtarian. I know him. Yeah. So when I first started, that name came about a lot. I watched a lot of his videos, and now when I look back, all of his videos, they talked about, hey guys, I have this brokerage, and you need to sign up with this brokerage under my affiliate link. You know, back when I was watching it, when I didn't know anything. So all of his videos were brokers B-book you, brokers do this to you, they do that to you. This is the main brokerage you want to sign up with. This brokerage is the best. That's what he would say. You know, and when people would sign up with his IB, what he would do is he would get those people on his signals platform, right? He would get them on a signals platform for them to trade, you know, and he would encourage people to take out loans, take out, like, you know, ask for money, because the bigger people trade, more commissions he made as an IB affiliate, you know, and he made a lot of money. He made a lot of money that way. And I almost fell into that trap because I was new, I didn't know anything. I almost fell into that trap, but what luckily happened was I was about to send money to the brokerage, but the bank said they need more information. And as lazy as I am, I didn't want to go and get that information. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I just scratched that idea. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. It's too complicated. So by nature, when things are too complicated for me, I just don't do them. You know, so even now, you know, if a trade setup is too complicated, I'm just not even going to bother about it. Gold is rejecting that area before the news. Your trading style is similar to Shane Chin. I was going to seek out mentorship from him, but he was asking for 4,000. Man, $4,000 for mentorship. Honestly, if people paid me $4,000 for mentorship, I wouldn't even want to have to trade. I wouldn't even want to trade if people paid me $4,000. It's just so. I know what mentorship is, and 4,000 is a lot. It's a lot of money to charge someone for mentorship. It's too much. Even 1,500 is way too much, man. I mean, if you trade, if you're profitable, you don't need to charge $1,500 or even 2,000. Man, 4,000 is a lot, you know. And I trade, and I know how this whole thing works. It's just way too much. Did you notice the oil is rising? Yeah, oil is going to rise. Oil is going to go back up to $50, $55. But it's just the fact that how long can you hold it? What do you guys think of Sam9Y? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. $5,000. Wow. Man, if you guys pay $5,000, $4,000, you guys are rich. You guys have money in the bank. Sam9Y. He's really legit. I don't know, man. I mean, I'd want to see some sort of transparency. I mean, there's a lot of things that, I mean, when you see things like these, it just something is always off. I've always stayed away from clout, fancy cars. I've always stayed away from that. And if I look at that, I've always think to myself that, okay, if someone, I don't know, I don't want to go into that because, you know, then guys will say, oh, Raja has beef with people. I have no beef. If someone paid me $5,000 for mentorship, I wouldn't even want to trade anymore. I wouldn't trade. Ooh, look at this. Nick Legends course is 6,000. You have to go through a 36 hours of video. $6,000. So if you look on GPJPY has just been ranging in this area here. US 30 still continuing, whatever. Gold is now creating this minor range. This is small range gold is creating. I hope no one's trading right now. You know, this is a no trade day. Friday is just to like relax, chill, That's what Fridays are for. There's this guy, his mentorship is $45,000. Holy, $45,000. That's insane. Um, what's this? Raja Sahil. Oh, he's also blocked me, man. This guy's from my country, Raja Sahil Changiz. He's from my country and he's blocked me. People, I've never even heard of that guy. Well, I've heard of him, but haven't really talked to him at all. I just know he's from my country, but I'm blocked. Okay, if GPJPY is buy, where's ideal TP? I think you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart because when you send a chart, we know what you're looking at, you know. So right now, GPJPY has like a minor resistance up here at 130 at 220. It broke above a minor resistance at 138. So basically, I would say whoever's trying to trade, wait for NFP. NFP will decide where price is going to go. You look at gold over here. Let's take a look at USD/JPY here. I can bet you USD/JPY is also ranging. Yep, ranging, no volume. Look at this range. So when price is ranging here, you can just tell what's going to happen here, right? You can just tell that there's going to be a really, really big news coming up. This is why it's ranging. Because the longer price ranges, the bigger the breakout. I wish IG trading stars would change Lambos for Ferraris. I'm kind of sick of Lambos. Yeah, that's true, right? That's true. Like, it's just Lambos are just getting so overrated now. They're everywhere. Everyone you look at, he has a Lambo. Everyone you look at has a Lambo. You know, but I think all that, I don't know. My whole idea is very different. I think it's more to do with where I'm in life. Like I have a family, you know, I have a son. We're planning to buy our second property. So I'd rather flex by having properties than to flex by having a car that's gonna depreciate. I mean, if you're gonna spend $100,000 down payment on a car, man, you can spend that much on a house, which is gonna go up in value. I mean, the house is gonna go up in value by $200,000-$300,000 in like 3 years, you know, 4 years. You know, a car is just gonna depreciate. So you gotta take care of your family first. I mean, once I have enough income, passive income from properties, I think it's gonna happen in like, you know, 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years. Then I can indulge in cars, because then that's just free money coming in, right? So this is the building stage. You want to build right now. You want to lay down solid foundations. And whoever who's young, in mid-20s, early 20s, and if you look at people with like cars and this and that, just focus on how you can save money. You know, a lot of people go broke just by trying to look rich. That's not the point. You need to have money in, man, I know people who are so humble. They're in their 30s, they're in their 40s, and they've made a lot of money in their life, and they're really, really humble. You know, they're humble, they do things what they have to do, but their kids are living large. So no. So I think that's the main point here. Have your properties pay off the cars. Yes. Ooh, Gija is breaking up. Breaking up hard over here. Yeah, I think it could come up here to retest the high. I think with NFP you might get that like a little wick up to retest the high. Let's take a look at this. Oh, buy stop. Very nice. I think your buy stop got activated. Beautiful. Buy stop got activated at 248. It's coming back down. I hope your risk is managed. This 15-minute candle is about to close in 10 minutes, and you wouldn't want this 15-minute candle to come down below this area here. This is what you have to be careful about. I think your stop loss, you need to adjust your stop loss based on the 15-minute candle. On the 30-minute, I think the 15-minute candle is going to be a little riskier. 30-minute will be a little conservative depending on, like, you know, what volume you opened on your buy stop. EuroCAD sell 2 broke last candle. Oh, nice. Got in a sell, I guess. Man, right now you have so much information out there. You have so many resources out there to learn from. A lot of people, they're doing live streams now. Someone just mentioned to me that there's this person here. He does a Spanish live stream. You know, look at this. Spanish live stream, I guess he does. Let's check out his stories.
Buenas traders. Londres fue muy aburrido.
Yeah, Spanish live streams. See, it's awesome. We've created a wave. You know, we've created a wave for people to work harder, I think. I think that's what we've done. There's a guy who does Italian too. Italian live streams. Everyone's doing live streams now. You know, we got Monty doing the London sessions. We got Paul doing the Asian sessions. Do you think that NFP will decide which zone it will go? Yes. Yes, NFP will decide a lot of things for a lot of people today. Oh wow, what's this? USD JPY. Yeah, I don't think NFP is going to move that much. This is just way too much, man. This is way too much move. 109 to 111 in a day? No, I don't think it's going to happen. I think what you might find is that price may, if you're looking on the 1 hour on USD/JPY, you might see price coming down to 109, 130, or coming up towards 109, 400. I think these are two things you will need to look at. I think I need to correct you. Chris was in bed today. Oh, no live stream. All right, let's do this. Alright, yeah, I guess now you guys can unmute yourselves. What do you think about gold? Gold is ranging. Yeah, really wait for NFP here. Do you plan to take a trade for the news? Yes. We'll be looking for potential buy stops and sell stops. Let's take a look here. Let's bring USD CAD here in the picture. I might be looking for something on. Actually, you know what? Last month I used buy stops and sell stops in USD CAD, and it didn't move, and USD JPY moved a lot. So maybe. See, it's a very tough decision because last year USD CAD was moving like a rocket, you know, because both news were, one was coming out very negative, one was very, very positive. So that was moving like a rocket. So right now this is just dropping. It's dropping back to this gap it had. Wow, I think it's going to fill this gap. It's going to come down and fill this gap here. Let's take a look on the daily time frame. Yeah, it's going to come down for sure. 100%. I think it's going to come down, USD CAD. If it's coming down, if the weekly is coming down, I think this weekly volume push is going to drop price down. So now we got to see what's going on here on the 4-hour time frame. So we will look left, we will go to the left hand side, and this is a support, and this is a resistance here on the 4-hour. Right, so if we extend this all the way here to the right hand side, what we will find is that there is some area here where price may come down to. So if we look on the 1 hour and if we measure how far this is actually not that far away. So that's like 15 pips away. So there's a very high chance price can continue down to 1.34260, and then ultimately it may come down over here too. I mean, that's 44 pips away. It's a long shot, but if NFP is really bad, I think that's only going to happen if NFP is bad and CAD news is really good. So we'll have to wait and see. What does a buy stop do? Buy stop, basically when you place a buy stop, all what it does is, I mean, let's say if you place the buy stop up over here, and if price goes up, it activates it, it continues going up. That's what a buy stop is. And sell stop is the opposite. What are your thoughts on EJ for buys? I think you need to send a chart. You need to send a chart. But since we're waiting here, let's just take a look here. And you can set a stop loss with buy stop or sell stop. I would say I don't put a buy stop. I mean, I don't put a stop loss with a buy stop and a sell stop. I don't put a stop loss because when you're using a buy stop and a sell stop, you're expecting price to continue moving. You know, if you're using a buy stop, you're expecting price to continue moving through that zone, activate it, and continue to go in profits, right? Because you don't want price to retrace. I don't use a stop loss because, I mean, if you're using a stop loss, let's say you had a buy stop right over here, right? So you expect price to continue moving bullish without retracing a considerable amount. So in my mind, I have like a mental set like around 10, 15. You know, if price retraces like 8 pips, 10 pips, I'm gonna close it because I expect price to continue moving bullish. So it's the same thing with the sell stop as well. So looking at Euro JPY for buys, I think you would want this 1 hour candle to close above the previous 1 hour candle and then anticipate the next 1 hour candle to respect the low and continue moving bullish. I think that way buys are going to work well on Euro JPY. Do you not think EJ will mirror GJ again? Often does going up. Yeah, I mean price action. If price action says it's going to go up, looks like if it's going to close above this area, then it should continue going up. Because Euro JPY is based on the euro and GPJPY is based on the pound. So I think one mistake people make is they look at other pairs and they try to anticipate what the next one's going to do. But every pair is strictly unrelated to any other pair when they're moving. Yeah, so I think NFP is going to be really interesting in 30 minutes. Do you mind rating my entry on GJ? All right, let's rate entry. How do you set up a fixed lot size for Magic Keys? You don't. It's fixed risk. You can do it. Entered at the close of this candle. Price went up. Yeah, I think it looks good. Looks good. Will close 50%. That stops a break even. Okay. Entry over here. Oh, nice. Looks like you're winning over here. Nice. This person is winning who took the entry on based on this candle here. Beautiful. Does NFP affect indices? Yes. Yes, they do affect indices. We're going to find out today. Oh, well, I guess some people took buys on GJ. Very nice. I haven't taken any trades. Nothing. Friday is my day to just relax and you know, not really use my brain power at all. Raja gets on a live stream on days he has absolutely no plans to trade. That alone speaks the volume of his character. Other than that, yeah, you know, I mean, I think live streams are fun. You know, I get to communicate with a lot of people. We see a lot of charts. I mean, we do a lot of breakdowns. You know, it's kind of like we know what happened the previous day, and then we can kind of like relate to what's happening now. This is what's trading. You know, like trading. This is what trading is done. Trading's done. Let's say you're trading every day. You're trading like every like 2-3 days. This is what it is. You know, when people say that, hey, you can trade at whatever time you want. You can trade at, you know, like at whatever day you want. I mean, that's just false. That's a statement to lure you in to saying that trading is for everybody. Trading is not for everyone. You know, trading is for very specific people who can really control themselves. You know, who have, I think people who have really mastered their emotions, trading is best for them. Let's take a look at this. I ran into a minor level of support. Buy stop at 109,225. Buy stop at 109,225. Oh, you meant sell stop. I'm pretty sure you meant sell stop. Yeah, I think you meant sell stop. Don't you think someone can develop those skills on controlling emotions? Yes, yeah. I had to develop those skills, but I had to go through a very, very hard road to do that. So, yeah, you can. Is this a chart for USDJPY and NFP? What do you think? 9 to 5 isn't for everyone. Well, Coco Clarkson, 9 to 5, I think 9 to 5 is for everyone. I think 9 to 5, I think you need to go through that life to understand whether it's for you or not. Because, you know, people say, oh, jobs are overrated, no one wants a job, this and that. Listen, if jobs were so overrated, we wouldn't have engineers, we wouldn't have lawyers, we wouldn't have pilots, we wouldn't have teachers, professors, we wouldn't have technicians to build these systems we trade on. We wouldn't have those people. So that's just a very idiotic mindset to have when people say that, hey, jobs are for losers. Man, come on. I mean, all our, like, you know, our parents, our grandparents, they work jobs. You know, I know people who trade for a living and they do really well trading, but they still have jobs just because they love their jobs. And for the most part, the only people I see saying that jobs are overrated are, like, you know, who haven't, like, I mean, you're in your 20s, basically. You haven't gone through that path to understand what having a job really means, you know. So I mean, that's very retarded. My wife still works. She has no reason to work, but she works because she likes to work, you know. I mean, that's just a part of what she wants to do, you know. So you can never say, you know, like, jobs are for.
Hey there, Roger.
Hey.
Hey man, listen, I've got a job. I run a clinic, and I enjoy what I do. And then, you know, days off, you know, I can sit and trade as well. So, you know, I've got a career, and I can't just throw that away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of us enjoy it. You know, there's no pressure for me or for my trading. I can do it as I like and when I like. You know, and you know, you successful in this, you can transfer that success into something else as well. You see, so into trading and the same work ethic that I put in my clinics and with my patients and the communities that I serve. You know, it's the same thing. You just transfer it onto this. So, you know, it's not that it's not for, you know, it's a loser's game. It's not, you know, it's, you know, I've got a successful career, and, you know, I don't have to leave it, or it has to be one or the other. It can be both.
Yeah, that's true. I guess, like, if someone has a job and they're really, really, like, you know, working and they don't like it and they want to make Forex their primary income, I think that frustration should push themselves towards being, like, you know, disciplined and patient with trading. Ooh, looks like GJ is actually coming up to retest the high over there. Is there any video you can recommend for trade management? The last few days my analysis is good, but I'm putting stop loss on BE too early. And yeah, there's a video, there's a webinar we did last week on losses. I think you need to watch that.
I'm off, Roger. Thank you kindly for this week. You know, it was very nice. And,
yeah, no problem.
Thanks, my man. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody. Thanks very much, Chris. Thank you, everybody. Stay safe, stay strong. Have a good weekend.
Stay safe, stay strong.
Take care. Take care.
What would you have done to get out of the hard stage of emotions faster? I think just focusing on 1 or 2 trades a day, basically. That's it. It's very simple. 1 or 2 trades a day. Look at charts for maybe like 2-3 hours a day, and that's it. Call it a day. And then don't look at the charts, man. After I'm done from the stream, I don't even look at the charts till Asian session. I don't even like looking at the charts because I think it's a waste of my time looking at the charts, because I want to spend time with family. I want to do some other stuff. We have magic keys. We have a flood of magic keys coming in this week, next week, and they're getting shipped out. So you have a lot of stuff to do. Our online family business is growing as well, so got stuff to do there. So I'm pretty busy. I'm too busy to look at the charts after I'm done. What do you wish you would have done more when you were younger? When I was in my 20s, I wish I would have saved money. I didn't save money at all. Like, we partied. We used to lease cars. I know when the new Mustang came out in 2013, we leased it for about 2 months, 2-3 months. We leased it. It was so nice, that Mustang. Leased a Maserati too. I mean, I've lived in my 20s. I've lived a very, very, like, I'd say like a fancy life. Like, so all the money I was making, I was just spending it. And when I moved into my, when I was like 28, 29, I started working a lot. I started saving a lot. I think I started saving a lot after 26. When I was 26, 27, I started saving a lot. And that really helped me when I walked into my 30s, because in 30s, man, things change when you go and walk into your 30s. Your whole mindset shifts when you walk into your 30s. I mean, we have Vincent here in the mic. Vincent is what, 34?
No. I'm only 25.
Oh, 25. Yeah. It's like your whole mindset changes. I think it's also to do with when you come into your prime. When people come into your prime, you start looking at things differently. And for some people, the prime starts in their 30s and late 30s. For some people, prime starts in their early 20s, mid 20s, so it just depends. But man, listen, if you're young, early 20s, mid 20s, just save money. When people say life is to be experienced, life is to be experienced when you have your foundation set. When you don't have your foundation set, you can't experience shit. I mean, you can experience for like the time being, but for the like the longevity of it, it's not going to be there. So I would tell anyone, like, your parents tell you this, man, save money. Your parents tell you to save money. You have to save money, because once you grow older, that saved money, you can use it to other things. You can use it for investments. You can use it to help somebody. You can use it to start projects. So you can do all those things, because once you get older, people start taking you seriously. They start listening to you better. And you also start thinking on a much higher level. You start maturing a lot too. So you gotta save money. So that's my advice for everyone who's in their early 20s. Save as much as you can. Once you go into your 30s will thank your 20s that you saved money. Man, I know a lot of 30-year-olds who have no savings.
Keep saving.
Yeah, you gotta keep saving.
Man, that's what I've been doing all my life, man.
You're Asian, man. Asians do that anyway. All my life.
Yeah.
Would you recommend putting more money into my trading account? I have 5,300, and notice that the bigger account, the more you can lose. If you have $5,300 in your trading account, I think that's more than enough. With $5,300, you can easily make $500 a week. That's 10%. $500 a week. That's extra $2,000 a month. With $5,300, you can easily make $1,000 a month and withdraw that. And if you're making extra $1,000 a month, man, your whole lifestyle changes. So you have to understand this. Like I know somebody who was trading really, really well with the $4,000 account. I think he was withdrawing $1,500 a month. And he's like, man, like I see these guys making like 40,000 and 20,000 and they're withdrawing like 10,000. I want to do that too. So what he did was he took out money from his RRSPs. He took out like 20,000. He put in his account. Now his account went up to $26,000. He started trading that. The first month, that account went from 24,000 down to 4,000. No, actually it was like 3,000 something. And I was like, why? Why did it happen? He's like, oh, I wanted to make this money and I saw price moving and I over leveraged and that's what happened. And it's just wild. It's just wild. Like you have to give it time. You have to give it time. I started my account back up from like $12,000 back in last April. Started trading one lot, started focusing on, okay, how can I make 2,000 a month or like 1,000 a month, 1,500 a month, and then it started in 1 year, fast forward, it paid off. So basically you have to grow the amount because once you start trading, let's say from $5,000, slowly what's going to happen is you're going to start, your mind will start adapting to the larger numbers slowly and steadily. Because once you go in too deep, once you go in like a big amount, all of a sudden your mind doesn't have that time to adapt to those big numbers. Because your drawdowns are going to be bigger, your profits are going to be bigger, so all those things, they play a big role. What's happening here? See, your JPY, it didn't close above this area, so then it had no reason to continue going up. We were talking about this previously. NFP is coming up here very soon. I think that the only trade here was GJ. I ran like 40 pips from that minor resistance break. What if you live in a third world country and you hardly make enough money to save? What would you do? Well, then you can't trade. That's just how it is. Then you can't trade. I mean, it's going to be very. I could say that. Well, you can start off with $100 and try to turn that into, 500 or 1,000 and then 10,000. But a very small percentage of people can do that. Very small percentage of people. So it's really hard in that aspect. Solid close above candle, enter on close, stops below. Monty, I think you should have told us you were entering a buy. That would have been much better, Monty. Come on, man.
That's right. I get no respect today because I fell asleep this morning. And I
Monty,
didn't get up in time.
Monty taking trades in silence.
Oh, sorry, man. I got abuse earlier. For I set my alarm clock for 8:25 instead of 6:25, so I woke up like 2 hours late.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I missed all the London moves, so I had to do something, so I was paying attention. So yeah, to be honest, I think it could have been a bit risky, to be honest, with what's coming up. I only kind of took a little position just to see, but it kind of worked out well in the end. But I wasn't going to take one because normally I would have gone London, but because I didn't do anything this morning, I thought I'd give it a bash.
Yeah, Monty's moving his hands under his desk. That's what he did.
To be fair, we did say what to do in London.
Yeah.
I'll have to get the repeat. I'll have to get the replay. Well, someone sent a chart in though, right? I did see earlier.
Yeah. Some people had buys on GJ.
Yeah.
Do you think that backtesting several hours a day is too much? Yes, it's too much. I think backtesting maybe 1 hour a day is more than enough. Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do here. Having a buy stop or sell stop on gold is going to be very disastrous because, the spreads are way too high on gold. On NFP, the spreads are just going to go batshit crazy. And that increases the chances of you getting slipped a lot. So I'm probably gonna look at USDJPY for buy stops. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at USDJPY for buy stops or sell stops. Now I'm sitting here with my legs shaking trying to enter. Yeah, that used to happen to me, that restless feeling to enter a trade. But now it doesn't happen anymore. Now I'm just whatever. Ooh, we got Sacha there on the beach with his dog. Are dogs allowed on the beach? Yeah, dogs are allowed on Sacha's beach. Looks like Jose got fired from his office there. And now Jose is in his room. Ah, it's okay. What leverage did you use on your 12,000 account? Nothing. I focused on percentages to begin with. I focused on 1 to 2% a day. That's what I did. And as I started to get consistent with my percentages, I think by like November. Hey, mute. Yeah. So once I got to like November, maybe like August, September, I started to really increase the lot sizes, then I started to test myself. So then the first step is to really start to see if you can get consistent in percentages, and then start breaking those mental barriers of, like lot sizes. Wow, gold reached 1700. Now what for NFP? This is insane movement. I think it's going to continue down to 1696. That's a high time frame level. Yeah, 1700. Let's see here, USD CAD. Do you think compounding account in small amount of time is legit? I don't think it's about compounding account. I don't think it's about compounding accounts. It's about withdrawing money which can go towards your bills. That's what trading is. Are you able to withdraw certain amounts every month that goes towards your small bills? Because if you can do that consistently, then a time is going to come where you're withdrawing, like, let's say all of your bills from trading. That's what I started to do. I started to look at it from the fact that, okay, can I withdraw small amounts to pay my bills? Like a lot of people get really like lost in this whole ideology of, hey, like, what, I want to compound my account. I want to compound my, $2,000 account to like $20,000. No, you want to trade to pay your bills. That's how trading will pay your bills, because the only way you can have trading pay all your bills and you can say, you know what, I'm living off of trading, is when you can really start withdrawing everything, to pay your bills here. Might as well move to Bali, yeah. All right, we got like 15 minutes left here. Will I use a buy stop on UJ or a sell stop? Do you think GJ will test on a higher time frame? Yeah, I think GJ moved really, really nice here. Some people took buys on GJ. It worked out really, really well. I'm waiting for any pending orders here. Oh, Betula, we see you now. For a long time, I thought you had a beard. But no beard. Okay. I made a Google spreadsheet for an account to start with $125 and doing 5% a trade for 4.5 months. You can make 2 million. You think it's logical. I think those are dreams, and to dream is really, really good, because dreams give you motivations. But I don't think that's realistic at all. That's not realistic at all. You can't consistently risk 5%, and no one has that sort of consistency to do that. If you can, perfect. But I think that's a very, very far-fetched idea. Oh, nice. Someone took a buy here on GJ. Closed all positions as NFP was coming. Beautiful. Perfect. All right. I'm looking at gold and I'm looking at USD CAD. I think USD CAD should continue down. I'm not going to use pendings for USD CAD. I'm going to use pendings for USD JPY. That's what I'm going to do. Pendings for USD JPY. How do you understand where to put buy stops and sell stops? Well, you will understand now. in 10 minutes. I'm going to place my pending orders, and yeah, we'll see what happens. We have 12 minutes. I think if the news is good, this is a problem here. Like, because the ADP was really good. ADP was good. Gold dropped. We called that drop there on gold. Now we're coming in here. This is the problem. Now, if they've really escalated these numbers, because what happened with ADP was ADP, their figure was 9 million. From 19 million, they were forecasting 9 million. They were forecasting like way more, and numbers came like 2.7 million. So what I'm looking at this and what I'm thinking is that maybe they're also forecasting this to be like really, really high, and the number is going to be really, really like, well, they're forecasting negative 7.7 million. I think it's going to be way less than that. Maybe like 3 million, 4 million, not more than 4 million, less than 4 million. So we'll see here what happens. Gold is retracing, UJ is dropping. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, if the number is going to be way better, if it's going to be like 4 million, 3 million, I think this move down on USDJPY is a retracement for a move up. So we'll see what happens. Almost 3K viewers on Friday. Yeah, I think most we've topped on was like 2,900 people. So if we get to 3,000, this will be that will be like a new record. It's funny because whenever we have major news, that's when everyone just comes on. They start searching live NFP, live Forex. So we'll see what happens here. I'm going to be using 2 lots, 2 or 3 lots. That's what I'm going to be using. Is it possible to trigger both stops? Yes, it's very much possible. When you're placing buy stops and sell stops, it's very much possible both can get activated. That happened to me once. Yeah, I'm going with USDJPY here. I'm going to go with USDJPY. Do you think gold will rise after NFP? I think gold should drop because numbers come out positive. They will. I think they will. They will come up to like, between 4 and 3 million. I think gold should drop with that. Gold should come down to 1696. If you look on the daily time frame, daily is coming down, right? And this is a support over here. I think gold will continue down to 1696 if we have positive numbers. So we'll have to wait and see here. In about 4 minutes, I'm going to put my pending stops here. Why not GJ? Because GJ has already moved. Are there OCO orders on MT5? I don't know what OCO is. I think you have to elaborate on that. Oh, one cancels the other. No, not that I know of. I took no trades today. This will be my first and the only. Well, I took one trade on GJ earlier on before the stream. I closed at like -5 pips, but that doesn't matter. This will be my first trade for this session here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a buy stop at 109.250. That's where my buy stop is gonna be on USDJPY. 109.250. So let me just do this like this. Gold is coming back now. Gold should continue down to 1696. USD CAD should also drop here. So we'll see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. Beautiful. We broke a barrier here today. We're sitting at 3,000 people live today, so that's awesome. To people who are new here, we do this every day, Monday to Friday, New York sessions. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do is just where my buy stop is. Buy stop. For sell stop gets very tricky because now when you're looking at a sell stop, I think sell stop could be, I mean, that's the thing, right? I mean, I'm placing the buy stop above the high of the 1 hour candle because if price is going to continue moving up, it needs to break the high. You know, so if the new 30-minute candles are going to start with the NFP candle, and if price moves up, it needs to break the high on the 30-minute candle, and then this move down becomes a fake out, and then price starts to move up, activating the buy stop, and then I have a nice day. But other than that, it's just the sell stop wouldn't really, it's going to be very difficult to place a sell stop. We'll see what happens here. Someone sent me a screenshot. Their account is at 2,000 and they've placed a 2-lot buy stop. Man, you guys just need to be really disciplined with these things. I mean, come on. This is like, I mean, doing those things, I think it's not good at all. I mean,
It's just gambling.
yeah, it's just gambling.
Literally, yeah.
Um, 109, 250. All right, boys and girls, we are getting ready here. USD CAD is coming down, gold is coming down. Let's see if we can put a, yeah, pending orders on gold are going to be really, 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 really hard. Really hard. Pending orders on gold because the spread is going to go wild. Do I have a sell stop on UJ? No, I don't have a sell stop on UJ. I only have a buy stop. Yeah, I only have a buy stop on UJ. I mean, if you're feeling really frisky today, I think what you can do is you can probably take a market order sell with a stop loss at 109.250. Because UJ is one of those pairs that rarely slips positions. You know, because it moves a little slower, the spreads are smaller, especially against GJ and gold. So, you know, the most you can lose is you can lose like 8 pips, but what you can gain is you can gain much more if price starts to head down. So I only have a buy stop on this news here. Interesting. Gold is also retracing up. I wonder if it's just a liquidity grab to push down with the good news. Let's wait and see what happens. Where are you going to stop your trade if going down after the trigger? Well, I would want price to continue straight up. I would want price to continue straight up, go straight bullish, activate the buy stop, go straight in profits. If it activates the buy stop and starts retracing, then I'm just gonna exit the trade, no problem. I have my magic keys here with me. This is the magic keys I use. It's also on the screen, so I will use this to quickly just exit the trade. That's what I'm gonna do.
Good plan.
Yeah. It's so fast. Executions on this thing is really, really, really fast. Like by the time you move your mouse, you miss things, you know. But with this, you just like close, enter, close. Is it connect with Bluetooth? It's wireless, just like you have a wireless mouse. Wireless mouse, it's just like this. It's wireless. It's pretty sick. So we got a minute left over here. USD CAD is dropping. I think USD CAD should drop more here. This is the gap fill on the daily on USD CAD down here 1.34250. This is where it should come down to. Gold, I think gold is just grabbing liquidity to continue down as well. People who are over risked right now, you're all getting butterflies at this time. Whoever is over risking, you're getting butterflies like, oh, go. Here we go.
Found sometimes some nice moves come like an hour or two after.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna, yeah. So we'll see what happens here. We got 30 seconds left. We got gold here. We got UJ here. UJ is coming close to activating the buy stop here with the spread. Let's move it up a little bit. Oh. Oh. It got activated just before the news. Oh, it's then going in profits here a little bit. Okay. Oh, nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Went up like 5 pips. Almost 10 pips. 10 pips. Perfect. Got it. Close 10 pips here. Gold also dropped just like as expected. Gold dropped. USD CAD also dropped as expected. GJ went up furthermore. Wow. GJ, literally, this played out exactly as expected.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I secure. All right.
Bro,
All right.
how come everyone starts speaking when the move happens? How come no one speaks when I'm speaking, when I'm calling out entries? How come no one speaks at that time? You know? Man.
All right.
All right. So now if we look at the news, let's see what the news was. I think this was one of the best NFP calls I've had so far. Ooh, come on, come on, come out. We had 3,300 people here. 3,300 people hopefully got these buys on UJ. If someone sold USD CAD, you profited there as well. Someone sold gold, you profited there as well. GJ is on some next level crack, man. Keeps on pushing up.
Zero drag down, man. What a blast.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Keeps moving up.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
DJ didn't really do much.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Wow. We won today.
Oh,
Look at this. Look at this number. What?
damn.
Positive 2.5 million. This is some crazy number. What a call on UJ.
Yeah, man.
Man, I hope people took this trade and won.
UJ's
God.
coming to a nice little spot
Damn.
though.
Yeah.
Consolidation from like February.
Wow.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what gold was gonna do, guys.
Yeah. Hey,
Well-
hey, listen. If people here on YouTube, anyone who caught these trades, just give a like on the stream because you know, a lot of people benefit from these streams. So just click that thumbs up so that you know it's the last day of the day here and last day of the week. Wow, 40 pips move, man.
Oh, man. Secure those positions.
Wow, 40 pips.
Beautiful move.
Look at gold drop. This is when you can say, man, you know what? We called these things to the T. Beautiful. Oh, people made $1,000. Some guy made $1,000. Wow. Amazing. So this was the trade here for the day. That's it. You're done. Friday is over. This was Friday. After this, there's no trade. That's it. I made like what? I had a 3 lot open. I made like $300. You know, pretty good. So if you made over $100 in less than a minute, man, you're good. Just look at that and say, hey, I made $100 in less than a minute. What people work the whole day to make. Ooh, someone made $7,700. Wow. Beautiful NFP. I think this will be the best highlights here for today. So calm, collected, just waited and just traded and amazing.
That gold support doesn't look like it wants to give up.
Wow, everyone won today. This is just great. US 30, I think, went to the moon.
Oh yeah, almost hit the 26,800 almost.
Wow. Oh, we were right about US 30 as well. It made a high, came down, and just went up a lot. Someone made $400 today. God damn. Yeah, I think it was a beautiful day today. Buy stops. I mean, there's nothing more I can say at this point.
That was a smooth trade, man.
Smooth trade.
Good work, dude.
Could that also go wrong, or was it a pretty safe thing? I think it was a pretty safe. It was a very, very, very safe, because it couldn't go wrong because of the analysis we had. I mean, ADP was positive, you know, analyzed that NFP should be positive too, and I mean, it went well. So let's think about it went well. Let's not think about how it went wrong, you know, because it went well. So we only think of things that went the right way. Wow, US 30 is still moving here, running at 270 points. God,
that's a chunky move.
Yeah, and I used magic keys. I used magic keys here to close the trade. Ta-da. Oh, Monty has one too.
Where'd that come from?
Sacha has one too. This was my first NFP. Oh, nice. Oh, Hamayu has one too. God damn, everyone's got magic keys. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go make coffee here, and then I'm gonna call it a day in like 20 minutes.
I don't blame you.
Hello. Thank you, Monty. Thank you for the live streams. Also,
no problem.
It was massive.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem, dude. It's been a good week, so hope you got.
Yeah, it
something
was
out.
wonderful. Yeah, learning a lot. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Okay. Bye bye.
You too, man. See you, dude.
Thank you.
Time for a cuppa.
Yeah, I think so. Good timing.
Raj, are you still here? Let's go.
Do you guys still holding? Holding what? Nothing. So
Holding the tea, mate.
yeah, I think this was another great episode of stress-free trading. Stress-free trading today, hosted by Raja Banks and team. God damn, this thing went up straight to this target I had.
Gold
Look
still
at
dropping.
that. Yeah,
Gold gone past that support of 92.
yeah. Wow. What a move. Gigantic move on gold. We had 3,300 people and 700 people dropped off right after NFP. Smart guys. Smart guys. They made their money and they just fucked off. That's very smart. Wow. So nice. This week, GJ has just been bullish. I mean, there has been no retracement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 candles of this week have been bullish on GJ. Oh, a friend of mine doubled his account from 8,000 to 16,000. Tell him to get a copy of Magic Keys, Tyler. Tell him to bless himself with a copy of Magic Keys. Yeah, it's crazy. We had some pretty good moves on NFP here. Is it online or is it shipped to you? Yeah, this thing here, this is online. This is online. I mean, come on, man. Oh, someone wants Satya's dog over there in the YouTube stream. They want Satya's dog to be in the gulag. Wow, gold had a very, very hard move. I wonder who caught gold. Gold dropped like $16.
I closed just before the NFP. I just wasn't sure which way it would go. Had a sell.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to play it safe. It was in a bit of profit, took it.
Yeah. I'm in on a sell on GU. All right, let's take a look at that. What's good? You're in a sell. How does gold dropping $16 equate in pips or profits? So it's 160 pips. You know, every dollar moved on gold is around 10 pips. So if gold moves by $10, that's 100 pips. Ooh, someone made 13%. Beautiful. Wow, UJ actually moved 40 pips, and that's about it. Really, really good moves here. Is Market Fluidity Digital Drive shipped or online? It's online. It's a digital drive. It's online. Man, come on, bro. Man. You guys. Raja, is price going to retrace back for US 30 or going to hold? Is selling now an appropriate move? I think Deepak Babu, I think you should. No, I'm not even going to answer that because it's a Friday. We had a good day, and we want everyone to have a good day. So if you guys missed these moves on Friday, I think this is the time to just call it a week and just end the week here on a good note. I made today in this Asian New York session, I made around $282.56. I think that's a lot. I made $282. Remembering when I used to work, I used to make like, let's say $200 a day working 12 hours days. You know, this I made in what, 5 seconds? That's pretty good. You know, that's awesome. That's power. GJ is no longer slowing down at all. Well, people, I'm gonna head off here. I hope everyone has a great. No, actually, let's get the likes up to 1,000. I never say this, but I want likes to get to up to 1,000 today,
Yeah, it's
because
deserved.
yeah, we made a lot of people a lot of money today for free.
Wow.
Yeah, for free. I mean, you had to buy stop. Boom. Wow. So
That's a great
nice.
highlight. That's a great highlight.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good one, dude.
So gold should drop, USD CAD should drop, UJ should go up. Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, very well done, mate. Very well done.
Yeah. I think the reason why, I mean, some might say that, oh yeah, you know, they were just guessing. It's not. It's Forex is all about educated guessing, you know, and we've been doing live streams for the last 2 years. For the 2 years, every day, this is what real trading is like. This is what real traders do. When you see traders on Instagram with their cars or this and that, that's not trading. That's just, hey guys, look, I have a car. How do you trade? Oh no, just sign, just like buy my course. Buy my course and you're gonna know how I trade. No, this is trading. This is real trading. You know, risk management, pending orders, you're looking at news, you're looking at everything that's going on. We do this every day. You have Monty here. Monty does it every day too. London. If I want to know anything about London session, I know he's been doing these for like a long time, so I just go to Monty. Hey man,
We
what's
went past
happening?
100 streams the other day, man. That surprised me.
Oh wow.
Real quick. It built up quick. A lot of information there.
Yeah. And every stream is completely different.
Yeah.
Completely different things we talk about in every stream.
You adapt for the day, right? Because you don't know what you're going to see when you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's good.
Someone is saying Magic Keys is out of stock. Man, I think people lock their brains in a safe and they forget to go get them. That's what happens a lot of times. I don't know how this whole thinking ability works, but when I go here, it says we are currently sold out. Pre-orders will start shipping first week of June. So I think this means you can still pre-order, I think, right? So you click over here and you can pre-order basically. That's pretty nice. Magic Keys. Which channel is the London session streamed?
IG's in the chat.
No, Monty, I need some payment first.
Oh, sorry, mate. Oh, hang on. My apologies.
Monty sending me payment first. Oh, 12 people disliked the stream today. Looked like 12 people got stuck in the gulag. Trade with Monty. Yeah, so these two guys, trade with Monty and trade with Paul. Trade with Monty does the London sessions here, and trade with Paul does the Asian sessions there. Oh shit, 11,000 views.
Come on now.
Nice. Climbing up.
Yes, guys. Doing good. Got a lot of support. It's nice.
Wow, UJ still heading up.
Mm.
If you had a runner on UJ from the buy stop, you should be up 40 pips right now. Stress-free trading. One question about creating passive income blogging. Yes, blogging is another way to create passive income. I really wanted to make money online, and the thing that got me started was, oh, thanks Monty for the £2 there, mate. Thanks, Monty. I can finally go get some coffee today.
That was like what?
God
15 seconds.
damn.
15, that was like
This-
a 15-second advert.
This guy. Yeah.
How much is Nutella?
That's around. I need another $1 to get a Nutella. But yeah, the way this whole bug of online money came into my mind was watching this guy called it's 155 USD. Oh, thanks, Monty. 10 pounds. Didn't have to do that.
That's better.
Yeah. It was this guy, Smart Passive Income. Smart Passive Income. Yeah, this guy. I saw him first. He fucking changed his entire website. He changed his entire website, this guy. How am I supposed to find it now? Let's use my brain a little bit. What? Where's the search thing?
It's not working.
It's not working. Income statements. Smart passive income. Ah, there we go. Income reports. Yeah, so when I first started, I used to look at this guy and I was like, man, this guy is making a lot of money online just by doing like simple things. And I started my first blog. My first blog was called How to Immigrate to Canada. And that blog was information on what you need to do when you come to Canada. And I think I made around maybe like $6 in 2 years running that blog. And then I quit, and then I found Forex. So this is his statement from 2009 monthly report. So he made $9,000. This is what I was looking at. This was when I was in Pakistan, and I was looking at this. I'm like, man, what? This guy's making $9,000 online, running a blog. How is this possible? So he's like, affiliate earnings were like 4,000. His green exam academy. I think this academy he was running for architecture. Yeah, this was his architecture website. So people would go to this website to learn about architecture exams and stuff like that. So he would get money from ads. And then this 9,000, man, then he went on to let's go towards 2011. Let's go towards 2012. And then the most recent one I saw was this, November 2013. So when you go to 2013, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 years forward, dude was making a lot of money. He was making like 44,000 a month just online apps. So now he started from 2 things, then he started some new things. So security guard training. I was actually a security guard as well back in my days, and I became a security guard just by reading his blog right here. I'm like, oh, nice. So I can be a security guard, and then I can try to open my own security company. That I ran for like a year, but after that, I just left it. It was too much hassle dealing with people. So, yeah, watching this, I knew it can be done. Online money, you can make online money. This guy was pulling in 55,000 gross earnings a month. This was this was also passive income, bro. Like he's not doing anything, nothing. Like look at this, Bluehost. You know what this is? Bluehost.
No.
Bluehost is like HostGator. There was a huge trend back in the day where people would they would make videos on how to create a profitable blog which will make you money, and they would use HostGator as affiliates, or they would use Bluehost as affiliates. So whoever would watch your video, they would want to make the same blog to make passive income because it's attractive, and they would click on his affiliate link, and then he would make money from those people who would sign up for Bluehost.
That's a good income for that, though. That's a big chunk.
No work needed for 23 grand.
It's got apps and all sorts on there.
Yeah, apps, consulting fees, speaking fees. This is his Green Exam Academy. This was just running by itself, $4,000.
Soon adds up.
Yeah. So I got really inspired by this dude. One question. Yeah, I guess that's it for today, guys. Please don't trade after this. If you trade after this, you will be doomed. That's my parting words. Call it a day. Have a nice weekend. We'll see you all Monday.
You too, dude. Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, everybody.
Later.
Take care, Kevin Papa.
All right, buddy. Much love, buddy. Take care.